Hi, this is Kevin's European Garage, and today we're going to be doing rear brakes on this 2013 Porsche Cayenne. So today I'm going to be replacing my rear brakes with this. These are the power slotted rear brakes, and along with their pad kit. So it should be a pretty decent upgrade from what the factory is. So first off, after you jack up the vehicle, let's disconnect the brake wear sensor. To remove the sensor, pull up on that tab, slowly slide this back. You might have to use a screwdriver to help pry a little bit as you're pushing on it, but don't be very forceful. You don't want to break this, but you don't have to worry about this because you're going to replace this one. So after removing this clip over here, you're going to take this and you're going to have to free it from the bracket. So you're gonna have to twist it a little bit. Once you twist it, you can twist it all the way and get it out. Now we're able to remove the caliper from the mounting bracket. All right, once we have removed that harness from the bracket, now we are able to remove the caliper off of the mounting bracket. So you got two bolts, this one and this one over here. 14 millimeter triple square. Now that the bolts are removed, now we can lift up the caliper and put it aside. And now next, it's time to remove the rotor. So to remove the rotor, you need a T50 Torx bit. Most likely, well, look at that, it actually came right off. Most likely, that's not gonna be the case, but today I got lucky. So before I put the new rotor on, I'm going to clean off the surface over here. And I'm also going to give a little rub down on these parking brake over here. You can see they're kind of grooved. So we're just going to clean them up a little bit. After I'm done cleaning, I like to add a little bit of anti-seize. Normally, to clean the drum brakes, what I usually use is a Scotch-Brite pad. But today I'm out of Scotch-Brite pad, so I'm going to use one of the discs that I use to clean off the hub. And we're just going to wipe this thing down, just to kind of clean it up. Let's put the new rotor on and line up the bolt hole. All right, next let's look at the caliper and get ready to remove those brake pads. So to remove them, just push up, push up again. And here is your brake wear sensor. Now with that anti-rattle clip, you can actually get the pad out. And with a new brake kit, you get a new one of these. So to collapse the pistons, I don't have one of those fancy 4-piston collapsers that you put in there and it spreads out for them at the same time. So what I'm going to use is this really big channel locks and slowly compress them side by side, one after another. And this is probably something similar to what you're going to have at home as opposed to having that 4-piston brake compressor. Slowly do one at a time. Try to always hold the other one in with your thumb as you're doing it and go slow. If you go slow, then you don't have to worry about it really pushing out the other side as you're doing this. Next we got to do this side, but this side is the one that faces out and it's got the little sticker on there, so let's just cover it up so you don't scratch it. Do the same thing to these pistons. You can see the other ones moved slightly also, so let's just go back, revisit those, slowly push them in. And one more time, check the front ones. So now all the pistons have been collapsed. And now it's time to put on the new pads. As you can see here, I've lubed up the new pads. The kit comes with a little pack of lube. It's kind of small, so you got to use it sparingly. So be careful about how much you put on there. I put on just enough to cover it, so I put it also inside here because that's where the pins are. So it looks like the best way to install this is by tapping it in with a hammer. Not what I wanted to do, but looks like you don't have much of a choice. You just got to sit in there so this thing hits flush. So slide up between the new wear sensor Install the new rear sensor. Slide that in. You have to press down and push. All right, so next we mount the caliper back onto the bracket. I also, again, like to put a little anti-seize on here to make it a little easier for it to come out next time. Hopefully there won't be a next time anytime soon. Now that the caliper is mounted, we have to reattach the brake wear sensor. So now we're going to attach the brake wear sensor. So slide it into its slot on the caliper. Now next in the back, slide it back in sideways. Give it a twist. Now it's in place after giving a twist. Right here. You can take harness and plug it in. That concludes doing rear brakes on a 2013 Porsche Cayenne. From here, all you gotta do is just put the rear tire back on, take the jack stand out, and lower the car down and start on the next side. Just repeat the process for the other side. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and we'll have some more videos in the future.